Coming up at not working. Oh, is it anything too loud? Who's at your end? If it is, I can. I did turn desktop. Yes. I done test one. I guess off at the beginning. A faint of light. Well, a faint light. It does have voices in it, but this is meant to be a continuation of the Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Like the aftermath kind of thing. And yes, this is a horror game. Blood gore. I think of the brightness up bunch of my frame. That's one thing I should have done. I should read this. I'm gonna eat it. The grandma was responsible for so much horror everyone had been through. The Book of Shadows was buried in the rubble of the estate when the roof collapsed.
天神小学校が崩壊し、私たちが現世に戻ってきてから2ヶ月が過ぎた。
I think that first was just.
いや、これでいいの？
Did we do it right?
おかしいな。都市伝説掲示板の噂では、これをやった直後に地震が起きて、神隠しに遭う危険ありって書いてあったのに。ちょっと、そんなのに付き合わせてたの？ひどい。
It has happened once before.
ごめん。これでみんな離れ離れにならずに済むよ。幸子を失ったあの空間からは、幸せの幸子さんの効力も消え。
This is one thing, we are playing different type of people, but the one we are playing is the one in pigtails. The dark hair one.
迷い込んだ聖者を閉じ込めて残酷に命を奪う呪いの学校を消滅させられたのは良かったけれど、
I don't know who's talking.
私たちは友達と先生の命とその生きた証、存在までもが奪われてしまった。
If you're wondering why their face is blacked out, well, as you can see, once you enter that Heavenly Host Elementary, you die there, no one will never remember you. Like you never were born to begin with.
聖子はいたんだよ。どうしてみんな分かってくれないの？そんな子いないのよ。さあ、薬を飲みなさい。ナオミ、飲みなさい。飲むの。いや、私はおかしくない。おかしくなんかないんだから。生き残った私たちにとってこの2ヶ月は違
That's right. The teacher, yeah, I was wondering when I first bought this on the Switch Lite, like they showed the student, but the teacher was also involved in it. She was there as well. So the takeaway by 5 people had died. Is it 5? Like 3 were students, yeah. And 1 was teacher, so it should be like 4 or 5. You count the students. But this is how. This tells you about the curse that was being happening. Oh, okay, and now I know who's talking. Yeah. Amazing me, I think you pronounced. Yeah. Nami was possessed with the evil spirit who got her to kill Psycho. And there was a boy who she likes that keeps grabbing her breast. I don't know if this actually of corpse party, and it shows that part. I think Nami and Sago's friendship it's so weird. Like there's things that I don't do with my friends.
昨日退院してから初めて登校した如月学園。校門前で私は校舎を見つめて身をすくめた。この門をくぐれば鈴本さんや結衣先生たちのいない現実をいやおなく思い知らされるから。
What's more interesting, there's another game called Corpse Party 2, Dead Patient. It has the same style as this one, but I don't know anything about it. Like, I never see it, so I don't know, like, what it's meant to be like. Like, all I know is it has the same style as the Blood Device. It does. That's all. I actually know.
Shinozaki.
I don't understand is they're saying people's last names. Hinazaki is her last name.
みんな。
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Like this game, the Corpse Party saga is not for the faint-hearted. But I still love it. That's the thing. Like, if you can like, do you have like a sensor? Like do a sensor thing? Censor some of these things. Alright, this is the original characters. These are the characters that I know of, and I just push a button on my keyboard. I hope that didn't do anything.
おかえり。退院おめでとう。
But the one I Okay, we go back to the discussion. The one that Cryonic played, that's the one I saw. That's the one I enjoy. And that's the one I have on my 3DS. I ain't joking. I actually do have it on my 3DS. It came out on Halloween. So did the blood device. I got stuck in blood device. I uninserted and I got frustrated and got stuck. I don't know about things.
おかえり、委員長。中島さん。
おう、篠崎。やっと出てきたか。
He likes her.
岸沼くん。
篠崎、おかえり。
うん。ありがとう。
Oh, look at this cute beauty.
お姉ちゃん、大丈夫です。
Yuka?
ありがとう、ゆかちゃん。大丈夫よ。
Yeah, there is different ways. Like, if you get all the things of the dead girl, like, give the things in order for her to remember. And Ghost Spirit should be shown. Pee in the bucket. I actually did that once. Like when I was playing on my new Nintendo DS. That's what it's called. I'm not making up. When I play that, I actually took it to the bucket, say, pee in the bucket. Pee in the bucket. Why won't you pee in the bucket? Like I actually did that. And I forgot.
幸せのサーチ
There's actually a game called that. I think it was a birthday one. I'm not too sure.
みんなおまじない好きだよね。またなんか新しいの仕入れなきゃ。
You're a little shit.
ママ、今日は早番だといいな。お腹空いちゃった。
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I scare her in order for her to wet herself. I'm not like the way she hold her bladder is gonna cause damage. Like I try not to do that as much as possible. Like I really don't. But it's hard when you have like fully grown people in the house that only have 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
Mama?
Oh. Oh. What happened? I really don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Oh. What's that? About that. I am so sorry about that for everyone. I don't know what happened. Oh, here we go. I did to her? Like, what did I break? What part I broken?
拡大しつつあったことに。
The curse was reaching. The curse reach. Was growing. Blah.
変死事件がまた起こりました。死亡した中学生の佐久間凛さんは背骨が折れた状態で発見されており、
まったく転んだ拍子に落ちていた刃物でああも大怪我するなんて、一体何をしていたのあゆみ。日の絵みたいにまた幽霊がどうのとかオカルトまがいなことをしてるんじゃないでしょうね。ほっといてよ。
Mother can be a bitch sometimes.
もういつものこととはいえ、日の絵もどこへ行っているのやら。
He didn't
うちの
disappear.
娘たちは親に心配ばかりかけて。
He didn't disappear. He was murdered. Also, I should have forewarning, like, this may cause epilepsy, and this is a purely horror game, so there'll be some things that may or may not be sensitive to other people. But there is self harm in this one. So please be aware of this. Beware of games like these. Like, it's for your own safety, people.
Oh, 忌まわしい記憶。
Same horse. same her horrible scene play out. Memory was more. What one? A massive earthquake whipped through the basement of the Jinazaki's estate, leaving the teetering tearing on the edge of the collapse. Worse still, the whole place was in flames. He knows mango from form appeared as if shimmering in the fire's light red, glimmering off the red round the edge of the blade that were rippling, slicing her flesh. They danced around, and there, through her almost whimsically, probably on nature Gibson, threw her boy without even letting her so much as touch the ground. I grabbed onto Hinduso's body in a failed attempt to push her to safety. But Hino used what little strength she has left, pushed me back.
あゆみちゃん、生きるのよ。お姉ちゃんはいつもあなたの心の中にいますよ。
Sounds like she's whispering in my ear and it's okay. I could distinctly hear those words in the back of my head speak in a soft, soothing voice. You all can hear me, right? It was short-lived, however, as the ceiling suddenly became wrapped with cracks and fused in a mass beam far above, crashing upon her body entirely. With this, I shot to my feet and began running in circles, screaming. I'm saying, running in circles? Why? Why are you running around in circles? Why? Uncontrollably, I would have run right into the rippling spread fire if Naomi hadn't caught me. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Pokemon. I should be laughing at this. I'm thinking of Pokemon here. My hands and feet covered in red bruises and cuts from the swarms of blades that my spell has summoned. Nami was bleeding as well, but nowhere near as badly.
ダメ、委員長、逃げるのよ。離してよ。離して。
失われたみんなの存在を取り戻すため、篠崎幸子と天神症の呪い、その根源を追う私と中島さんの前に取り壊され、この世に存在しないはずの 篠崎義恵と幸子の成果が現れた。
The state of Yosh. Hi, Phoenix. Yes, you like your wallpaper. The state of Yoshi and Sakiako Shizuke. Sakiako. Sakiako. Oh wait, I think I know. What did I talk about?
その地下にあった古代の本、ブック・オブ・シャドウズで黒魔術を試した私は、夢かうつつかもわからない恐ろしい事態に襲われて、瀕死の重傷を負ってしまったのだ。どうしてあの場所が分かったのかは知れないけれど、飛び込んできたお姉ちゃんが私をかばって。結局私は何もできず、ただ犠牲を増やしただけだった。
Look at all that stuff.
死んじゃえばよかったのに。私なんか、みんな私の犠牲者じゃない。私なんか。
いいぞ、死ね。死ね。死ね。なんだよ、やめるなよ。そのまま死ねよ。
You little shit. With one shoe on my desk, inspiring a rare open mouth version of it. Of a shit-eating grin. A boy wearing black parka? What's a parka? Was just somehow there in my room without expectation.
死んでくやつが俺の名前なんて興味ねえだろ。嘘ばっかだな、お前の反応。
I need to get a name tag and put like shit-eating grin boy. That could be his new name. Wait, where was he sitting? Where's his desk? Was he on the bed? What?
それが嘘だろって言ってんだよ。本心はどこだ、クソ女。殺したいんじゃなくて助けたいんだろ。苦しんでるてめえをよ。
Punk. You look like a character from Soul Eater. Black Star. You're being named copy of Black Star. That's his name, folks. Copy of Black Star.
八つ当たりしてねえで動け、甘ったれ。
I am Black Star's meant to be a girl.
誰も助けちゃくれねえぞ。
誰よ。何なのよ。何しに来たのよ。
誰でもねえさ。
I'm nobody. You're somebody with a stick up your ass.
嘘ついたまま本当に終わっちまっちゃ。つまんねえぞ。
Without a word, he motto for me to put my hand out and unconsciously plop a piece of a Tang Yang gum into it. Good prices. A small boy with cold yet oddly kind expression, and finally took his leave by jumping out the window. Please don't try to do that. Don't jump out windows, please. All I could do was stand there and sob.
確か篠崎の家はこっちだったよな。
How do you not know where your friends live?
ん？変わった格好のやつだな。
Fucking talk.
天神症も崩壊し消え去った今、罪滅ぼしに私に何ができるのだろう。
Are you still there? Or has my cat just died? Dan and Bao? Who does that in schools? You don't bow down for shit unless someone's more high superior than you.
お疲れ様。
Something pervert.
さとし。お前今日弁当だよな。屋上で食おうぜ。
なあ、そうだな。今日は天気も良さそうだし、行くか。
They actually let students eat on roofs of school.
おお、すごい空だな。雲が全然ない。
秋晴れだな。
Autumn! That looks nothing like autumn. But hey, I live alone. Our weather is
この辺で
shit.
食べよう。しかしなんか妙に軽いな、弁当箱。
Let's see what you're eating for lunch.
よしき、今日はなんだ？
時間あったから揚げ物にした。
You fried or something?
相変わらず何でも作れるな、お前は。俺んちは昨日の残り物とかだよ、多分。
Yeah, you have leftovers because you can't survive in the world, in the big wide world. He has good cooking skills. That means he can take care of himself. Unlike you can't.
いいじゃねえかよ。この幸せもんが。
I keep thinking my internet.
So そうなのか？
Very very dramatic there. But Brad was something.
母さん。
あら、こんなところでご飯なの？今日は晴れてるし、一層美味しく食べられそうね。
確か庭クオン先生だっけ？
This was our class TA Miss Kion Niwaka. Kion Niwaka. She's 24. She's 2 years younger than me. I'm 26. She was an English teacher with white hair and blue eyes and a soft, delicate voice. What kind of student described their teacher like that?
クラスメートの話によると、俺たちが天神小学校から戻ったあの日から ちょうど半年前にこの学校に赴任してきた先生らしいが、俺たちにその記憶はない。
Wait, she became the teacher half a year ago, but no one remembers her? What the fuck?
俺たちのいた世界ではゆい先生という別の先生がその立ち位置だったんだ。
Miss Uni. That's her name. Her name is Miss Uni.
だからこのクオン先生には悪いけど、天神小学校から生還した俺たちはみんなこの事実に違和感を感じていた。
サトシ君、ご飯がないの？何が食べたい？
え？
好きな食べ物は？
カツ丼？
うん。
There's a reason why she asked him that.
なんだろうあの先生。
からかわれたんだよ。
The teacher. So I guess I would have to go and buy some bread at the cafeteria or something. There might go. Okay, but you should probably hurry up. I mean, lunch has already started, so I doubt they have a whole lot left at this point. Oh crap, you're right. Okay, wait here. I'll be back. Oh, be at the right moving sprint. Your stomach will recover whenever you're not sprinting, however. So be sure to slow down now and... Oh, I can't... Hey, if you don't... I can't pause the game or anything like that. I didn't make it!
仕方ねえな。俺のエビフライ一本やるよ。
I think there was some misspelled there. Was that actually was meant to be? Why shouldn't upon mean those of the magnificent golden fried shrimp?
本当か？悪いな。
He's got here at his hand. I look at how he's just glowing. This is why she asked him.
Mochida Satoshi-sama ですね。
え？俺？はい、そうですけど。
お食事をお持ちいたしました。
The man in black hand over a large box containing pork cutlet on rice with egg, picture perfect in every way. It was my favorite meal down to the last detail. This is why that teacher asked him what's his favorite lunch. This is why. This is why. You can utterly dumbfounded lose his grip on the fried shrimp he was holding and plump it to the ground. Defeated by this new container. Look at his face.
何者なんだあの先生。
Yes. Where's your sensei? Oh, hello. You're not supposed to wear those shoes. Those are like for like gardens, like if you do laundry and stuff like that, like housework. You should be wearing them at broad daylight.
委員長。
That's right. The classroom glowed with a gold hue of twilight, but my gaze was fixed at the floor. It has been obvious to Nagasami that I have a lot on my mind.
大丈夫？委員長。
大丈夫、委員長。 As she sat down at the desk in front of me, facing backwards. She was trying to comfort me. She has dark circles around her eyes too. She and I must have looked very similar to one another from an outside specifics. My left hand was still wrapped in bandage. Its thumps increasingly remind me of the previous night's event. I ignored it as best as I could and focus and force an empty smile.
ごめんね。もうこれ以上迷惑かけないから。
え？迷惑ってどういうこと？
I couldn't bring myself to answer that. Just flashed another smile, a confused one that must look very strange to her, and left the classroom.
委員長。
今出て行ったの篠崎か？
ナオミ、どうしたんだ？
委員長、なんだか思い詰めてるみたい。私たちでフォローしてあげた方がいいかも。
お前もだよ、ナオミ。無理していないか？
大丈夫。辛いのは私だけじゃないし、私一人甘えてられないもの。委員長、
It's not wrong.
変な気起こさなきゃいいけど。
As I walked back to my time in the hospital, or thought back, I was laying in bed, arms and legs, regularly mummified in bandages when a woman with flowers came in to see me.
はじめまして。あら、そっくりですね。お姉ちゃんと。あなた。私は山村未来。あなたのお姉ちゃん、日野江と共にウィッカインスティテュートという精霊崇拝組合に所属しているものです。お姉ちゃんの？はい。これはお見舞いです。
As she says this, she placed a bouquet of flowers on the small table by the bed, and looked around the room with curious expression on her face.
ご両親は今いらっしゃらない？お買い物に行っています。そう。お父さんもお母さんもまだ知らないのですよね。日の絵の死を。彼女が命を落としたあの日、あなたを追って旧篠崎家跡地へ向かう前に、日の絵は私に最後の連絡をくれていました。お姉ちゃんが？きっと自分の運命を理解して、そして受け入れていたのね。精霊は人の死期を教えてくれるの。その
God, that's
分
creepy.
できる精一杯の行動と覚悟が持てる。彼女は立派だったわ。
Tears began to pour from my eyes. I could do nothing to stop them. I just pushed up. I began sitting up in bed, but unconsciously started to curl into a fetal position as best as I could, with the bandages. Yama ama uma oa put her hand on my back to comfort me.
あゆみちゃん、日の絵の意志を伝えるわ。
ね、
黒の本、ブック・オブ・シャドウズを取り戻しなさい。代々篠崎家が守り続けてきた門外不出の禁忌の書よ。あの本が心ない者の手に渡れば、この世は 混乱の淵に落とされてしまう。私たち WI は精霊と心を通わせる、自然の意志にただ沿おうとする白魔女の組合。ご両親の反対を押し切って篠崎家から飛び出した日の絵は今さら関わるのをためらっていたのだけれど、近年その存在を感じるようになってずっと気にしていたの。私とウィッカの仲間で調べたけれど、篠崎義恵と幸子の屋敷跡地にはなかったわ。更地だったはずのあの場所に焼け焦げた家の梁や瓦礫が現れていて驚いたけれど、あの場所からは消えても感じるの。存在はまだ残っている、この世のどこかに。
There's gonna be a live ring. Yalamura looked directly into my eyes.
この町にあなたや篠崎義恵と同じ篠崎家の血筋の方が住んでいたのは知っているかしら。
Yalamura put a notepad from her pocket and carefully wrote a name and address on top of the sheet. Then she tore the page and handed it to me. I know that name. It was on the family tree.
牧野、覚えている名前だわ。義恵の家の地下室にあった篠崎の家系図。義恵の上に並んでいた彼女の母の妹、おばにあたる人。
Oh. Read on. その牧野さんの家に行けば、何か黒の本を取り戻すための手がかりが残されているかもしれない。私たちは霊に対する感受性が強すぎて、部屋に入ることもできなかったわ。何が起こるかわからないけれど、日の絵の意志を継ぐ強さがあるのなら、頑張ってみなさい。And with that, Yamane simply turned and left the hospital room. お姉ちゃんの意志。On the side of the door, a petite girl stood and waited as soon as Yamane covered enough distance to put me out of earshot. Move him speak.
ご苦労様。
これでいいのね。
お前らが息をしているだけでこっちは虫唾が走るんだ。殺さないでやるからさっさと消え失せろ。
Nyalama ran away as quickly as she could without drawing attention to herself. As if in response, the intermediate girl in practical outfit spat on the wall. Okay.
たく、世の中アホばっかり。
He mumbles those words, sneak a side glance at me in my room. I was completely oblivious.
篠崎日の絵。簡単に死にやがって。くっそ使えない。
You're a piece of shit. It was time to meet my fate. I had no trouble locating Mikinas residence. I don't know what I was expecting, but what I found was just an ordinary apartment. Current info of Mogahacha and the others into this, they have been through enough already. Decided that was a family that this was a family matter. My brother was responsible for this whole mess. It was only right that I be the one to make aims alone.
ここね。下連雀南団地。ずいぶんボロボロ。これは何かの事情で取り壊されないまま放置されているのね。管理されているのかしら。
There's a candle. Wherever you see a candle on the map, you can examine it to restore your health and save your game. There's a button for these. Yeah, I'm going to let this music play on here because I need to use the toilet. So use this time and opportunity for a break. I'm back. I was so bored. Are you still here? That's my buddy. Alright. In addition of the most name tags being missing from the mailbox, one that remains encrusted with dirt and decayed, the only ability the vessel may run out of towel will sort of rust over. They look like perhaps more.
ここにはマキナさんの家はないか。別の塔を見てみよう。
I had to look for these.
これってやっぱり不法侵入だよね。
I don't know.
気が引けるのと不安で落ち着かないや。急に扉が開いて「こら!」って怒鳴られたらびっくりして死んじゃうかも。あ、誰か来る。
When the person gets startled, he's unable to move due to the combining of fear and, well, being put on the spot. Like she has been planted to the ground. It may be human nature, but I hate not being in control of my actions, not unless they are there. I was sitting duck just waiting for someone to come down the stairs, except no one did. Second tricked on, but I was pretty definitely the only one.
確かに足音がしたのに。
I don't know how she backs up. I started to wrap the tissue. I'm more curious as to what I found inside. It was only then that I noticed inside of it, inside the mailbox itself, was stained a deep crimson red. and look a whole lot like blood. What? I wrapped it enough, but then to see what was inside the tissue paper. It was the skeleton remains of a bird. Oh hey, the upper skirt. There was a palette of the mailbox, which I discovered in purple marker. Shiniskiske. Oh, spoopy. I'm gonna use a new flashlight when I finish and kill its Barry. This happens, and we need to find a way, find a new Barry and use it, or you would just be left in the dark. The door is shut tight. The door is supposed to shut, won't open. There's a doorbell on the wall nearby. There's no power. I don't go to use berries. Maybe the paper was a bit tempt of the stair door knob. Mush mush. Lovely. This is gonna get weird.
怒りっぽい。人が住まなくなってから何年ぐらい経っているんだろう。
Like, this is not a bad game. Like, if you want to get yourself, you get this on Steam and on Switch and whatever other platform you can get.
お邪魔します。靴脱いだ方がいいかな。
Do I take my shoes off? She's questioning that she wants to take her shoes off in a place that's been abandoned for years. It's practically in decay.
おかえり。今、人の声が。そうだ。
You want me to turn the brightness up on this game, or is it fine just the way it is?
篠崎よしえの家に行った時の記憶を生かさなくちゃ。今回はちゃんと用意したんだから。お姉ちゃんが研究のために使ってたボイスレコーダー。2008年11月10日午後7時48分。
November 10th,
篠崎
2018.
マキナの家。
28.
捜索開始。
No.
私は大丈夫。頑張れる。あの学校とあの家をくぐってきた。
I don't know about figures. Might be a little too big, but I'm not used to C. Right to save. I forgot which one's good.
山村さんの話だと篠崎マキナはすでに亡くなっているってことだけど。生活用品とか当時のままみたい。篠崎マキナが亡くなった後、誰もここに入らなかったのかしら。やっぱり怖いよ。
Tiny desk, kitchen table. The numerous prescription bags and instructions.
やはり篠崎マキナの家で間違いないようね。
Oh, here we go. This is going to be in. Stick your face right in the fridge. Okay. They blur and hard to make out. It seems to be in forest thick with mist, along with an addition to that made it worse.
私は大丈夫。私は大丈夫。ダメ。やっぱり帰りたい。怖いよ。手がかり。手がかりって言ったって。
For what?
見当もつかないけど。マキナさんの遺品をできるだけ持ち帰ってみよう。
Go here. Yeah, we'll open it. It was in here. Japanese. Fortunately, despite the contact apartment building, there it seems demon and fully functional.
水は
Well,
出るのかな。大きな音で水が流れ出しても怖いな。なんでこんなにおしっこしたいんだろう。体調のせい。
you want to pee? No.
ここでするのはやっぱり我慢しよう。電気も来てないんだもの。水だってきっと止められてるよ。
Oh. Right here. I am late about getting gonna be obtained by exam. They may be held compacts or space and shelves and such as should be sure to examine everything very carefully. I'm an explorator. I look pretty. Oh shit! My thumb grip came off. Draws seems to be containing only insurance documentation as well as official name stamp.
持っていけないや。遺族の人はいないのかな。他には。あ、写真。お。
The top photograph on the stack depicted a young woman with a hairstyle definitely not more of the Mar area.
この人がマキナさん。
The next photo shows a different woman, smiling wildly. Her clothes were actually quite beautiful, and her eyes looked almost lifelike. On paper, like they could suck you in. Go through each the remaining pictures, seeing almost just more of the same until Mika ina Rika and Yosuke and Yokoma Hamaya?
篠崎よし幸子のお母さんだわ。
That's Seko's mother. Oh.
だとすると、こ
Does that
の
mean
女の子が
so does that mean this girl is? I say so. We have to.
何かしらこれ。
Small white balls made of paper. So small, in fact, that it could fit in the palm of my hand. Room to spare. It was light as a feather, too. We have to.
なんでここにも入ってるの？拾ってあげなきゃ。でも怖い。触れない。ごめんね。ごめんね。
Closed my eyes and put my hand stick in a light prayer for the poor animal. Then I left the box where it lies. Got back to me. In the middle of the room, twin-sized fondant was neatly laid out. Its top covers were codex just as it would as someone were sleeping. In fact, that's exactly what it looks like, almost a mist. On top of it, perfect shape, perfect set, cube of a box, then the mirrors across, which would have been a lot more interesting if I. Oh. Yes, I know one of my friends is playing Borderlands 2. Shut up. Mm. Uh-oh. It was the cellar of a human being, all black, in perfectly brown cat-eye possession, had bright, egg glancing upon with her unearthly light. There was no signs of life, near details anywhere along the shadowy figure except in those eyes. Those eyes were very lifelike. They were down me eyes of you. As a response to my fear, my worst fear, I suddenly had a glimpse of a girl, a small girl in a black dress, standing right in front of me. Instantly take a closer look, was actually in the mirror. But not just me, there was a black shadow behind me and was getting closer. I panic and water around. My light intimately ran out. I was completely so red in darkness, as if wherever I have seen fully up. I step on something soft and squishy. Unconsciously, I pause for a split second, wonder where I may be. But my defective constant conclusion was, I don't care, I need to get the hell out of here. You step on a dead bird. Feeling around along the glass door surface, I finally find what it seems to be a handle. I try in vain to turn it, but only realize that I couldn't because don't have to ask though, I can feel it and see it. My right hand was slapped shut by the tiny ghostly hand of white hand child. Shook my arm violently and the white apparition fades from sight. My closed right hand still won't open. I had to get out of there. That was a moment. Pinch fist, oh no, I need to leave before something worse happened. Panic, I flamed the glass door open. We're back where we were. Right back, completely sick to my stomach. My heart was pounding so hard and fast. I was quickly confirmed I was going to have a heart attack and die. At the very least, I know I was about to lose. As I took from just how done for I was, my nose began to bleed. But personally, I have no doubt at them at all anymore at this end.
篠崎おいしっかりしろ
無事でよかった。
Ugh. It looks like there's no life in her eyes. I was so relieved and so very relieved. See my friends, I started crying as well.
篠崎、なんでお前一人でこんなことしてんだよ。
私がやらなきゃいけないことだから。
何？
岸沼、サトシ、
ヨシキに任せよ
私が始まりだから。
始まりって何のだよ。
全部私が悪いの。私のせいでみんないなくなって。お姉ちゃんまで。
I was sobbing like a baby. My has been a mess and my horsey. The short burst.
悪いって何が？
私が幸せの幸子さんなんておまじない持ってきたせいだよ。全部私が悪いんだから。
まさかお前一人で全部の責任を背負い込んでんじゃないだろうな。なあ、俺たちは仲間だろ、篠崎。
I shapely know in my head, then look down. They want me.
じゃあよ、頼れよ。一人で突っ走んなよ。いいか、今ここではっきりさせといてやる。あんなもの絶対にお前のせいなんかじゃねえんだよ。
岸沼くん、
お前は悪くない。だからそんな風に自分を責めんなよ。
岸沼く
ん。少なくともここにいるみんなそう思ってるだろう。
ああ、ヨシキの言う通りだ。
そうだよ委員長。もう一人で抱え込まないで。
私みんなをもう巻き込みたくないから自分でなんとかしなきゃって。でも怖くて。私やっぱり何もできなか
ったくバカだな。お前はよく頑張ったよ。いいからもっと俺たちを頼れ。
バカってひどい。
いや、だからよ。
Hug him.
ありがとう。
I didn't entirely believe him. It was the fact. It was a fact that this whole mess started when I lead everyone, and they Sakahiko ever after ritual, but I appreciate their words nonetheless.
こうなってしまった以上、残された俺たちはみんなでこの現実を受け止めていくしかないんだ。
受け入れるんじゃなくな。
ああ、少しでも良くしていくためにできることをする。
What Chet did?
「気持ちはみんな一緒だよ、委員長。」
Sub.
あなたは何もできなかったなんてことはないわよ。
I didn't recognize the voice at all. It was a little picture that no one else seems startled by it. It belongs to a girl I would never seen before wearing an unusual outfit.
篠崎あゆみちゃんね。無事でよかったわ。あなたは。
篠崎。
Oops!
ごめんなさいね。いろいろと調べさせてもらったわ。
I
私
didn't
は
mean
情
for
報
that
や
to happen.
霊能関係に詳しいの。
That was my fault. I should not be grabbing the trigger. Whoops, my bad, people.
篠崎ひのえさんの妹さんなら、そうね、さえのきなほちゃんの友達といえばわかるかしら。え、なほさんの？お姉ちゃんのことも知ってるの？え？あなたのお姉さん、ひのえさんはこちらの世界では有名人だったわ。あゆみちゃん、その右手開かないの？
My head has been clamped shut this whole time. I almost forgot about it. I tried to open it again, but still couldn't.
はい。
あ？見せてみろ。
Can't Skinema grab my hand and try to pry my fingers open.
無理に開ける必要はないわ。きっと時期が来たら自然に開く。その時を待ちなさい。あら？これは
Attempt to open the box just a moment, but her efforts proved to be in vain, just as mine were.
気になる箱ね。これも開かない。なるほどね。
There's a lot of reading in this, I know. Now people. Where I'm trying to go through this as much as I can.
ものすごい霊力。これはすごいわ。今晩預かっていいかしら。うちに戻れば開けられるかもしれない。はあ。
I have a feeling that this was less request than was a statement she would never take. I've never known for an answer.
まあ、今日はもう遅いから詳しい話は明日させてもらうわね。放課後会いに行くわ。
Like, we have played 3 games, and anytime I had to get through beta and naked machine, That night, after returning home, I stood in front of my mirror and just keep trying to open my right hand. But I put every bit of strength and energy I had into it. When I find inside my head to throw those hands were teeth, human teeth, from the looks of it. Very small baby teeth, 2 of them. The roots of each teeth were embedded deep into within my palm, and I was bleeding quite a bit as a result.
どうしてなんで私の手の中に子供の歯が
I still don't know why she has those teeth. A faint light. To be continued. EVP has been unlocked. Once you unlock the new chapters, these things. There's a lot. God. You like save? Yes, I would. Ooh, the brightness. Oh. I'm so sorry for that, people. I hate her. Oh, that's a glitch. That's a glitch. I just found a glitch. This is what we... Hey. Chapter 1. Returning. Days has passed since the event at the Shimura Ichikayo South Apartments. There will be a significant turning point for me, and most of that game might have been a part of it from the start, except that Fate seemed to have other plans for him.
クオン先生、俺今日は大事な用があって。
ダメ。サトシ君、昨日の大気の小テスト、ちょっと残念な点数だったでしょ?
Like an orange training a puppy. Kinon, give him a strong gaze and hair upon her index finger And the reply.
今から1時間私の授業に集中しなさい。そうしたら次の小テストも解けるようになるから。
先生って英語科でしょ？大気なんて専門外じゃ。
You know those things.
一生懸命教えるからできるよ。
She seems to be taken aback by the remark, puffing her cheeks like a chipmunk in protect.
いや、先生。クオン先生って、ユイ先生そっくりだな。
Almost more to her than you don't.
ごめんなさい。
I think both amused and guilt. Mikachina tried to get up and leave his seat in one swift motion, but he was quickly an easy catch, lift up and forcefully set back down.
ダメ。
Miss Kuna was smiling. He was actually enjoying
この
this.
先生。
Jesus. It's because it was only slice taller. And this makes her taller than the average. But her arms were small and fragile. There seemed to be no way she could possibly have lifted someone of his build. The whole situation was rather bewailing for him, and he made no attempts to hide his confusion.
始めるよ。
It's not gonna let you go. He had no other option. Apparently, he was going to be studying Abajala for the next hour. Hell or high water. Meanwhile, at the local cafe near the school, Kisamae and I were sitting down to speak with Akio Niake, the information who led by my friends to me previous night.
大丈夫？お腹でも痛いの？
I was filled with a dismay. That's why constantly rub my abdomen with my other hand. Ever since the previous night, I had this containment urge to pee.
なんだろう。昨日怖い思いして過呼吸が続いたから体がおかしいのかな。ずっと膀胱が膨らんでる気がする。何から話そうかしら。
Akiko held her head and stared at me, looking up and down, seemingly judging my every medicine, my every movement. It was making me feel really subconscious. I covered my abdomen with both hands as if guarded from her gaze.
昨日はありがとうございました。いいえ、大したことはしていないわ。如月学園って案外広いので、岸沼くんたちを探すのに少し手間取ってしまったわ。
Kisumi and I stared at one another, still unsure how to feel about this strange new addition to our encounter.
あゆみちゃん、岸沼くん。あなたたちって天神小学校の生還者よね。
We pledged never to discuss heavenly hosts with anyone else, which we always assumed would be easy promise to keep, but now, casually and out of the blue, Here we are.
なんであんたそのことを。
あなたたち死後の世界に接してきたでしょう。通常人間には身につかないオーラの色をしているわ。私には見えるの。
Oh, she can see our aura. Does that mean she can see through our clothes? The app I have on my phone's telling me what's out on Fortnite. I ain't joking.
愛子さんは霊能関係の情報屋でナホさんのお友達なんですよね。ええ、ナホちゃんに天神小学校の情報を提供したのは私。
The true source of the death and subconscious encounter that had turned our lives into living nightmares was the Shinahaka Ever After ritual post on Niha's blog. I've been a fan of Niha's for quite some time. When I saw that I knew I had to try it out with my friends from class 2-9. And as we saw, half of these friends were now gone.
ナホちゃんがキビキ先生のために霊能探偵をやっていたことは知っているわよね。はい。幸せの幸子さんの情報が掲載されてから失踪されたことも。私はね、心霊スポットや霊能関係の情報を集めて、それを欲しがる人に有償で提供してきた。報酬はお金、もしくは私の興味をそそる霊具の類。相手によってふっかけ方も変えるけれど、まあギブアンドテイクよね。向こうは情報が欲しい、私はお金と霊具が欲しい。
Basically, Akiko was a very attractive young lady, but personality-wise, the judge was stare out. Her words were calculated and emotionless. Her true interest, mystery.
だから私は情報屋をやっているの。ナホちゃんもいいお客さんだったわ。あの子が最後に買ったのが天神小学校の情報。ナホちゃん、これでキビキ先生の小説がなんとか賞を取れるってすごくはしゃいでた。ねえ、教えてくれる？あなたたちの閉じ込められたあの異空間にナホちゃんはいた？ナホさんはキビキ先生と一緒に亡くなっていました。
I looked in as I answered. Despite everything she has done, the memory of Nihao's passing was still painful for me. Became one of the heavily host's lost souls and gone completely berserk. In the end, I was the only one who finished her off.
そう、やっぱりね。
Akiko seems completely unaffected by this revelation. Her tone remains ever an expression cold and distant. Honestly, I have about enough of her by this point. She was so devoid of empathy. It was almost offensive. I was gently starting to get pissed off.
平気なんですか？残念だと思うわ。でも予想はついていたから、わざわざ取り乱す必要もないでしょ。
Kisamake continued to stare intently at Akio, his own brand of cold, emotionless eyes. He was oddly quiet. Through his anger was compatible. I clenched my fist.
じゃ、この子はおまじないを一緒に行ったと思うんだけど、あっちにはいたかしら。
Kia shows a photo of a girl named that say Akia Oya.
いえ、会ってないからわかりません。さ。
Akiko's expression was uninflected. You could carve it into stone. I can't take it anymore. I had to say
ナホ
something.
さんのこと、お客さんだなんて。そんなの、友達って言わないと思います。
My voice was breaking with rage, but even if that hadn't been the case, my face must have read like a book. The icy bitch have had only one expression, but I sure didn't.
あら、あなたは客って言葉に対して随分と偏見を持っているのね。取引を行う以上、私はそこに最大の誠意とクオリティを提供する。つまりそれがパートナーとしての信用で、フレンドシップにも負けないものだと思っているけれど、そんなこと。
I didn't know what to say. It seems like Akiko used to say these sorts of things. Her response felt carefully rehearsed, like a sales pitch. Finally, Kitsim. There's no team. Kitam Amiya broke his silence.
昨日篠崎を助けてくれたことは感謝するけどよ、金やなんかの見返りのために、そんなろくでもない情報を拡散させるなんて旗迷惑だと思わねえのか。
情報は情報よ。それ自体に罪はないわ。道具と同じ。それをどう使うかは使い手の問題でしょ。その気になれば、その辺にあるコップでも人は殺せてしまうのよ。
なもん詭弁じゃねえかよ。
あなたもそう思う？あゆみちゃん。
愛子さん、ごめんなさい。私はあなたの考え方嫌いです。無責任だと思います。
Her expression remains calm and collective overall, but her eyes blinked several times in response successfully. It was the first outward sign of emotion we have seen from her.
やれやれ、ひどい嫌われよね。慣れてるけど悲
I
しい
hate
わ。
these new characters they added into this. Akiko quickly shrugged off her eyebrows and was back to her usual icy self. I hate her and the other ones.
まあ、天神症は俺らがぶっ壊してきたからいいけどよ。
Awkward tens filled the room, or at least our table.
じゃ、本題に入りましょうか。私があなたたちに近づいた理由、伝えたいことについて。
Yes, please do tell us. Okay, produced a thick hardbound file order from the light blue bag she brought with her. She opened it and revealed 7 documents of questionable nature. Amongst them, what looks like to be a family tree, as well as numerous pages featuring black magic symbols or image that looks like tree brand. Black
黒
magic.
魔術の文字対応表。篠崎家の家系図。少しショッキングなことを伝えるわね。
Akiko was looking directly into my eyes now. Her gaze was fixed, intense and
さっ
unblinking.
き岸沼くんが言ったことだけれど、間違いよ。
あ？何がだよ。
天神小学校は壊れてなどいない。今もまだ存在し続けているのよ。これを見て。
Yuka! No, is that Yuki or Yuka? Echo plays a black and white photo on the table. It has the clearest picture, but there was no doubt that location the pics was heavily hosed elementary. In the picture was a small girl who had been seen in one of those all too familiar hallway holding the hatchet in her right hand.
天神小学校。
なんだよこれ。
やっぱりこれは私が念写したものよ。力が足りなくて少し不鮮明ではあるけれど、今現在のあの空間、天神小学校の様子、
一体どういうことなんですか？
I can't even describe what was going through my head at that moment. I feel like I was about to burst. Akiko, however, remained calm as ever while recounting her story.
順を追って説明するわね。まず昨日の例の赤い箱だけれど、開けるとこのレーグが出てきたの。
The bugs I find on Mika Inaka's futon inside were appear to be two stone resembling Magataka calm shape central object from Japan. Those who include the box with 7 more roughly hardened stones, as well as the lining along the edge contains crumpled paper of crumbles of thin.
残念ながら箱の中でほとんど割れていたけれど、この一組は無事だったわ。
They almost look like default versions of yin and yang symbols across the piece that were clearly built to be slotted together. Akira holds one stone in each hand with motion and towards one another.
レーグというのはね、簡単に言えば死者の思いが込められたもののことで、物に閉じ込められた霊、またはその生前の記憶が持つ者に永遠と泣き言を語りかけてくる愉快なものよ。私はこう見えて無類のレーグコレクターでもあるの。
Kinsamga and I briefly locked eyes again, shared the same look of bewilderment. Keiko's personality was much more twisted either of us has intended to be.
この子の意志を読もうとするとね、呪わしい声と一緒におさげの少女や廃校の風景が見えてきたのよ。で、気になったからこのカメラに。
At this, she used an old instant camera plate.
私の念を写してみたの。それがその写真。私がこのレーグを使ってその時の今現在を念写したものよ。過去や未来の時間を超えた念写は私にはできないから。
I examined the photo in great detail. Shared as was fine, there was absolutely no denying what it departed.
そんな。
Actually shaking.
篠崎幸子を失ったあの学校は私たちが逆落ちで脱出した際に崩壊したはず。
でも寸前のところでとどまったってところかしら。私に語りかけてくる声の主がまだいるのかもね。
You mentioned towards the bow in my head.
例えば写真の女の子とか。誰かしらね、この子。
The answer was began to dawn on me. Also, in close succession, explored through my body. And I started as if I was trying to shake off the encouraging.
くそ、あの地獄みたいな場所がまだ存在してるってのかよ。
His me forward, recovered and began to hurt enrage him a lot more than it has
そ
been.
の天神小学校、いえ、学校の形をしたあの異空間だけれど、ナホちゃんに紹介した手前、私も気になって調べていたの。あの異空間の正体はね、涅槃という死後の世界に近い磁場なのよ。普通はこの世とは別の次元に存在するものなのだけれど。
涅槃？
ええ、篠崎義恵については知っているわよね。
はい。
篠崎の家、義恵の診療所に黒の本と呼ばれる魔導書、ブック・オブ・シャドウズがあったことも。
はい。
Why, how could she know about that? A million thoughts, a million questions were running through my head. I was speechless. All I could do was sit there, hear her out. It was like a muffled scream or a muffled agonizing. The sounds you make when you want to make a sound, but barely able to. Void. That one was a little more forceful. Accomplishing by thrashing caused the table like to fall over a row along the ground.
あなた、落ち着いて、お願い。
This was Yoshiha Shinsakura Clinic. Yoshi herself was on top of her husband, holding him down with both of her hands. Tunes her Shinto purification chant prevents the engines from biting off his own tongue. He has to be gagged with a towel. Needless to say, he was looking practical. Not far from where this was occurring, Jihai Ikago stood trembling as she watched the proceeding. With hesitation, sighing a long glance.
かきまくも賢きイザナギの狼、つくしの姫かの立花の元の淡木原にみそぎ払えたまいしときにありませる払い戸の狼たち。
Then Joe silent collapsed on the floor. His clean suffering, his body bent to a most unnatural shape. He was fiercely clawing at his neck. Jinheko's father's screamed through his gag. Bone begins to form out from its age. He was going into critical. Was the image of Jinheko, a typical woman from age past, smiling down upon the fence from the scene, laughing and mocking at his suffering. Worse still, some of the women had traditionally blackened teeth, giving their smile an untendency. The atmosphere within the room was heavy, as if the spirit occupying every corner, dancing and bustling about freely and joyously. Shinjin's body shape bent and began suffering.
荒れませる払い戸の狼たち。
あなた、しっかり。ああ！御親の御霊様、 お願いです。連れて行かないでください。
The great grandmother. The head of the Shinsuke family was amongst the black teeth woman, laughing joyfully at Sinister's suffering. Unless we don't know what happened to her father. His voice began to weaken as his Mufasa began to loosen strength. Finally, the last spark of his life had left his body. His eyes began to roll back in his head. Off movements eased.
お父さん、息してないよ。
To the screen, look up. Gaze over. Her eyes glisten over with tears. Yoshi too was stricken with grief and depression.
霊能力者の血筋、篠崎の者と結婚した夫は必ず早々の死を遂げる。呪われた家の運命に抗えなかった義恵は心ない者たちから守るよう篠崎の家に託されていた禁忌の本に手をつける。それが黒の本、ブック・オブ・シャドウズ。愛する者を失う、そのことを恐れるあまり黒魔術に頼ったの。まさに荒唐無稽でバカな話よね。
This is starting getting good, and I don't know when we should be at the part of the school.
義恵自身もすがれるものなら何でもいい程度にしか思っていなかったと思うわ。
A Kiko stared deeply into my eyes, dimly flashing, fishing for reaction to her tale.
ところが、まさか信じられないことが起こる。
I continued listening, unknowingly broke the wound on my thigh, as an unpleasant memory of my own foolishness run in with black magic surfaced.
義恵の体に流れる篠崎の血筋、その強い霊力に想像もつかない何かが呼応してしまった。それは
I honestly knew what she's going to
義
say.
恵の術で本の中から呼び覚まされた何か。それは涅槃。未来永劫、死者と共にいられる場所、死後の世界を切り取った空間がこの世に生まれてしまったの。義恵はもう半分正気を失っていたのね。一人娘の幸子を現世に残して、自分は夫の魂と共に生涯をそこで添い遂げようとした。ランド・オブ・コープス。ところが涅槃には意志があり、義恵の手でコントロールできるものではなかったの。
I knew that all too well, just like Yoshi. I experienced my own tragic failure, black magic, at the Shin-ok-Kake's claim.
黒魔術には障害反動がある。夫の魂はバラバラに飛散し、義恵の命も消えかけた。自分の愚かな行為を悔やみながら呼吸を止めようとしたその時、底なしに霊能力の強い一人娘幸子が涅槃を丸ごと体の中に飲み込んだの。
幸子が
poor girl collapsed to the floor, bouncing, thrashing about the weight of the entire pattern, the mind's crashing on her inside. This action has saved her mother's life currently, but death will have surely be prevailed, picking her off, picking herself up. Yoshiki rushed to her door, in tears.
Sachiko! Sach... あなたお母さん死なないで、お母さん。
Oh, this is what she looks like before she died. Both parent and child were wailing. Pain makes relief, mixing with pain again. The little girl buried her face in Yoshiki's bosoms and just cried and cried. Yoshiki grasped her tightly in both arms, tears streaming down her face uncontrollably. By this point, Yoshki's body has been producing a dark blue aura.
ごめんね、さっちゃん。ごめんね。お母さん間違ってた。お母さんにはあなたがいるわ。もうあなたを置いていこうだなんて思わないから。
Like a baby.
あなたも知っての通り、幸子も篠崎家当主直系の血を引くサラブレッド。吉江を超えるほどの霊能力を持っていたのね。涅槃を丸ごと体内に封じ込めるなんてものすごいことよ。
Akiko took a big nosy sip from her coffee mug.
当時、ほとんど最強の霊能者だったんじゃないかしら。まだほんの小さな子供だったけれど。でも、その幸子が死んでしまって。そう。保健医吉江の転落事故と同時に幸子が行方不明になった50年前のあの事件。あれは校長による殺人事件でした。やはりそうなのね。校長が余計なことをしでかしたおかげで幸子の中に吸い込まれて封印されていた涅槃が復活し、あの異空間天神小学校が生まれてしまったのよ。
It's probably because the school was the site of the Shinhas Grace violence domains that her Nevada took on its form.
とはいえ復活した涅槃も資料として蘇った幸子の力で再び抑制されて、やっぱりその支配下に置かれていたようだけれど。
幸子がいろんな力を使えたのもその涅槃の影響だったのかしら。
This is where all starting to make a sick sort of sense. The pieces were falling into places, painting an absolutely awful picture. I shot myself.
現在はあなたたちが脱出の際に幸子を取り除いてしまったから、涅槃は再び暴走状態になっているのよ。
なくなってしまえばよかったのに。あんな危険な場所。
That conversation was a roller coaster of emotion for me. At this point, I was just angry at everyone involved in this whole ordeal, myself included.
さて、ここで少し突飛な話をするわよ。ついてきてね。
はい。
死んだ友達にまた会いたい
That sterling got attention. We both perked our heads up immediately.
涅槃で死んだ霊は成仏できずに囚われ続けるというわ。お友達の魂だってまだあそこにいるかもしれない。
Has anyone watched the anime Corpse Party?
黒の本 ブックオブシャドウズ
I
には
know there's
いろんな
that.
魔術が書かれているの。
That's mostly into details. I don't know why, but I have seen part of it, but it was like the beginning, like those are how it all started. I can't.
ヨシエの使った涅槃を生み出す術の他にも反言の術というものもある。
Niskaskamia, and I knew about that one too well.
命を無理やり戻すなんて敬虔な宗教家に言わせれば神のおぼし飯に背く背徳の行為だと言われそうだけれどね。
は
Kinsaska in Nama seems a bit more confused than he probably should have been. Then I expected the look on my face may have been something to do with that. I performed that spell. The very one Akira was describing in hours failed miserably, killed my sister. All at once the gale returns. I lower my head, son. Akira grinned at me, and I had this sneaking suspicion it was because she knew. She somehow knew what I was thinking. Though I can't be fair and certainly didn't know that she.
けれどそんなものはクソくらいよね。冒涜も破壊も何でも来いよ。死んだ友達を生き返らせたいんでしょ。だったらあの本を探し出し天神小学校でもう一度あの術を行えば成功する可能性は飛躍的に上がるんじゃないかしら。
おいあんた、何無責任なこと言ってやがんだ。またヤバいことになったらどうすん。
Didn't exactly mean to Fab. His me, but quite honestly, I didn't really to focus on what Akaku.
あなたは知っているんですね。私と中島さんの吉江の家での失敗を。
Akira tipped her hair at me. Same weird smile creep across her face. She has gone from cold and
あの時のことは夢幻だったと思っています。ありえないものを見てありえない体験をして私はおかしくなっていたってしてはいけないこと、あんなこともう忘れたいの。
でも現実だった。
Akira point with the scar on my neck. Went one step for a light. Feel the touch deepen with the people. I found myself next breath, practically choking on
い
air.
い？人が本来触れることすらできない世の常識の裏側にあなたは手を突っ込んだのよ。今さら逃げられると思う？
I looked down again to find my best buddy Akaku's face.
私にそんなことが。
When I had started crying, I raised my head, turning upon looking focus. Akao's eyes. He answered my question. She looked so blurred through my. I could tell, though she was smiling at me. Same expression. Stand.
ん？そんなことって何？
みんなを。
うんうん。何？あなたの口からちゃんと聞きたいな。どうしたいの？
Slap the bitch.
生き返らせよく言えました。
I could pat my head as one might dogs after a successful.
黒の本が生み出すのは魔女の英知が起こす奇跡よ。それは運命をもねじ曲げる力。たとえそれが確定した運命であろうともね。あなたは強力な霊能者の家系、篠崎家の末裔。日野江さんがいない今、これはあなたにしかできないことかもしれない。
Okay. I will get back. A doggy wants his attention. Oh. I am back. So sorry for that. My dog, wee Toby, wants out for Tolly. Didn't even read that. My confliction was being blustered by the minute, and though responsive that likely Keiko's arm aimless. Oh, excuse me. If there was still something I could do for my friends.
だけど肝心のブックオブシャドウズがどこに行ったのかもわからないし、それに幸子を失った天神賞には幸せの幸子さんのおまじないではもう行けない？
Yeah.
そうだと思います。あの学校で菅野由紀ちゃんという女の子に聞きました。
It was again place of luscious white stone. The bugs in her hand came together.
そこでこれよ。それは一体。ものすごい霊力を持ってる。さすが篠崎の霊具ね。声が教えてくれたわ。これは幸せの石。幸せの石。
I leaned forward despite myself, the name that shivered down my spine. But now that I've heard it, I had to know more.
この石は2つで1つなの。これをパズルのようにくっつけて、涅槃よ、死人を迎えよと唱えれば、触れている者みんながいつでも天神小学校へ飛べるわ。
We both flinched at her clench, but as Akiko just smiled. You must have entered the stones the wrong way. The charm won't activate.
戻る時も同じ。
Toss the stone, being held in her right hand, her left, and clinks together. Another.
不思議でしょ？この子が教えてくれたのよ。この方法。
He could gaze lonely at the stones. He was clearly as it. There were key factors in unleashing her new fine emotional expression. But my focus were somewhere else. Without doubt, the items that Keiko had held in her left hand were extremely dangerous, probably the most dangerous, horrific object in the entire world. However, by Keiko uncling them with her left hand, her right was feeling around for something in her breast pocket. She slowly removed it, produced a black and white photo. Where she had taken that was the same photo I had seen at. Oh! Professor Young, Yasusuke, and her mother, and Mikai.
10代だった篠崎義恵は、おばの牧野のことを慕って、よく家に遊びに行っていたそうよ。世界的に有名な霊能師の家系である篠崎家。ここならと。ヤゴーラ教会の生き残り、ヤゴーラの沖縄が危険だからとマルトゥバから盗み出してきた。
Oh! Sorry. I was moving my controllers. I was sitting there dying. That way I don't have to them. Yo. Yeah. Go society. Mona tables. I never heard these terms before at all. And then that was that damn Book of Shadows again. Why did that have to keep coming up? Barbet? Oops.
あなたたちはあの学校から篠崎幸子を取り除いた。それによって大きな可能性が広がったわ。これまでのような一方通行ではなく現世に戻ってくることができる。この世のものではない異空間心霊スポットが生まれているの。
Oh god. She enthusiastically turned towards me, happily and page grow more excited. I was legitimate speechless. Say.
わかるかしら。まさにあの場所は宝の山よ。
Oh god.
これまで眉唾、嘘800と笑われていた霊魂の世界への扉が開いたの。世界中のオカルト研究が一気に加速するわ。私はね、商売としてあの空間へ人を連れて行くツアーコンダクターをやろうと思うの。
Oh, bitch. Maga and I both react to this proposition just to start. You could possibly be serious.
ナホちゃんのブログからは片白のデータは削除したし、あの手段ではもう飛べない。行く方法は私しか持っていない。
Oh god. What could she possibly be thinking? The greens, baby. I want to stop out once. I would have taken those stones and break them right there, on the spot before anyone else could get hurt. But
私はね、ツアーを運営するにあたって安全を確保したいの。あゆみちゃんはお友達の霊を探したいでしょ。だったらあの空間の再調査は共通の目的にならないかしら。
Akiko leans in as she spoke, her breath scented with sugary sweetness of exquisite dessert we have been eating. Tickle my nose.
ね、あゆみちゃん。私と一緒にもう一度天神小学校に行ってくれない？本来は片白を引きちぎる方法でツアーをやろうと思っていたんだけど、こんな便利なアイテムが見つかっちゃったんだもの。これはもう運命よ。私やるわ。商売にする。
Akiko seems like she was on top of the world. But that just made me all the more disgusted with her.
どうかしら。
On the other hand, she was offering a chance to save our lost friends, however remote the chance may have been. It stacks the odds frustratingly in her face. I couldn't just say yes. I couldn't say no, honestly. I was sent Akiko put. I glanced at her for a moment.
すぐに答えを出せるわけがないでしょ。考えさせてください。
I almost forgot. King Simkin was there. A sudden wave of guilt washed over me. He had an absolutely inconsiderate look on his face. I can't bear to see it.
ブックオブシャドウズだってどこにあるかわからないし、 そもそもその石だって本当にそんな力があるかもわからないじゃないですか。実際に試したわけじゃないのでしょ。
Akiko smiled. She obtained those two stones, so they were both to form a perfect yin and symbol. Saw them together once. Immediately the stone began to glow. The brush, white, fume, energy.
マジかよ。
He continued smiling and looked directly into my eyes.
いいわ、ゆっくり考えて。この石はもちろんまだ試していないからどれだけ危険かわからないしね。
Slowly spread the stone. Slowly separate the stones, as she said, and the energy surrounding them has dissipated.
篠崎家の血筋、篠崎牧名の家で発見されたんだもの。きっと信憑性も霊言も新たかな霊具に違いないわ。
I want to stab her. I want to stab her.
すげえな。ちょっと見せてくれよ。
He was going to take away from Nasser. He grabbed the arrow.
あの箱の中にこんなものが入ってたとはな。あんたさ、まさかこの石を独り占めしようなんて考えてねえよな。
He seems to be taken back by the answer. Way to go, Casamine, you managed to caught off guard.
これを見つけられたのは半分は篠崎が体張ったおかげなんだろ。
Pun answered.
じゃあお互い勝手に行けないように一つずつ持っていましょうか。
わかりました。ちょうだい、岸沼くん。
おう。
Gives me a pull of one of the stones in my hand, slipping the other back. And as a patch, you have brought them in. Close up.
うん。
Then press the patch back. Everyone.
その気になったら連絡をちょうだい。そうね。サービスとしてブックオブシャドウズの創作は私も手伝ってあげるわ。無料でね。
Take a flash us because most genuine smile I think I've ever seen.
あの本さえ見つかれば一緒に行ってくれるのよね、あゆみちゃん。
Close my eyes and get like a half hearted and half nod Lord. It was emphatic as a yes, but I'm not sure.
ぐっと。じゃあここは私が出しておくわね。
Akira got up and grabbed the check.
いえ、私も出します。
Took out my wallet, hadn't decided to loan this person anything. Akira
そ
just
れじゃ
smiled.
割り勘ってことで。そうそう、これは私からのプレゼント。
Akira handed me her her thought graph. Me.
嫌だわ、そんなに構えないで。これは無料で差し上げるわ。だから安心して。
最低だよ、あの人。
I despise her.
ああ。
鈴本さんや篠原さん、森重くん、ゆい先生、みんなのことが終わったらこの石はすぐに壊すから。
おう、その意見には俺も同感だ。両方ともぶっ壊す案だがな。
As if he has been waiting for this cue, Kirsten put out the other stone from his pocket.
岸沼くん？
あの学校のヤバさも知らねえで浮かれてやがったからな。こっそりいただいてきたぜ。
岸沼くん、すごい！悪い人？
緊急事態によりやむなしだ。けどよ、篠崎。こう言っちゃなんだが、生き返らせるとか鈴本たちのことはもう考えない方がいいんじゃないか。無茶ばっかしてお前がまた死ぬ思いするとかよ。鈴本も結衣先生も篠原も森重もみんなよ、そんなこと望んでねえと思うんだ。
でもそうじゃないかもしれない。
いい加減にしろ、篠崎。サトシや中島がどんだけお前のこと心配してると思ってんだ。
ごめんなさい。でもお願い、岸沼くん、もう少しだけでいいから私の気の済むまでやらせて、お願い。
行くよ。いいか、一人じゃダメだぞ。こっちは俺が預かっとくからな。
Aww. They're like brother and sisters, but really they're not. Turn my gaze upon to me, kissing Megay. My eyes might have been look like saucers, windows into a male. My fill of worry ideas and fears. By these.
なんかあったらすぐ連絡しろよ。前みたいに目つぶって突っ走って勝手に死にそうになってんじゃねえぞ。俺だってお前一人くらい守れる自信はあんだからよ。
Aww, I had no idea how to react. I felt warm and safe, but also annoyed as much like a little sister being similarly and confirmed scored by her big brother. I heard her say his response was. I could feel my eyes began bulging from my eyes open as far as my eyelids would allow. I imagine how I must appear to kiss him again. It was mostly an embarrassment.
んじゃ、そろそろ帰るとするか。
He's saying, see, what's he thinking? Boy needs food to bed, I swear. B. For other people, the stream seems usually quiet, but because of late hours. I remember running upon the stairs with. Oh God! At the time, it never dawned on me that the journey of those memories could be called question where would it be. When you graduate, transfer, or get married, you're always still able to see another as long as you both stay alive. When it's reality. I don't know where I'm going. I can't go down the alleyway. Yes. Why did I add that? Doesn't...
今日の変死速報です。死亡した岡部さんは背骨が折れた状態で都内のこの場所で発見され、
A Tokyo map was displayed on the television, marked with two red dots that the marquee at the bottom prevail. The headline "Sudden Violent Death" remain unexplained. Took her socks off. Without thinking, I would lift the socks I just removed from my feet on the living room floor, began walking towards the bathroom door. I don't take my socks and shoes off in the house. I walk away in them. That was about half of my interaction with me. That it has to be almost ritual. One being, well, have caught it so quickly, I grabbed my socks and left the room.
みんなの魂がいる天神症でブックオブシャドウズを使えば今度こそ生き返らせることができるかもしれない。
I set my bag down in my room quickly, and the time when I grabbed my sweatpants and bats, made a beeline for the bathroom. Bats? When I got there, I threw my socks in a hamper with pumice, then began peeling off my school uniform. As I observed myself in the mirror, I began to mumble.
障害反動。もしあれがまた起こったら。
Those barb marks on my neck and my arms were internal reminders of what I've been through at the Shinasake estate. I clearly remember the agony I went through as they were formed. I remember watching them and sears into my flesh out of thin air, blood spilling from them, as if I'd been knifed. I only survived because Hanoi sacrificed herself in my place.
やるしかないじゃない。
Try to focus self-fulfillment in my expression. When it will come, set my chin card. It was in me somewhere. It just needed to be yanked out into the open.
あなたが頑張るのよ。
Wow, what a great image. I lowered my hand to the water ever so slightly, blowing bubbles into water with my mouth. The pros and cons of returning to a heavily hot host was racing through my head.
定した運命に挑む力。篠崎の末裔。私がやらなきゃいけない。みんなを生き返らせてみせるわ。ブックオブシャドウズのありかさえ分かれば、すぐにでも。
ブックオブシャドウズのありかだ。相変わらずずれた感性してやがんな。
Excuse me? This was just about the last thing I expected. I couldn't help but scream. It was the same boy who found his way into my room last time, wearing the exact same clothes. He's speaking to me without once turning his head to look in my direction.
涅槃を知ったか。やっと悟ったようだな。てめえの宿命ってやつを。
He smiled, staring facing away from me. It was a conflict yet sincere grin.
あなた、なんでここに？
音響のまじないなんて基本中の基本だろうが。いちいち驚くんじゃねえよ。それよりもだ。忘れんなよ、それ。運命に課せられたてめえの責務だからな。その末裔ってとこ。
You're in the bathroom. Why she's not dressed? She's naked. And you're standing there in the same room as her. You little shit.
あなた！
あ？
警察呼ぶから！この変態！ストーカー！痴漢！
My face has become as being as red as a fire at this point.
うるせえよ、この父なし女が。誰が痴漢だ。幼児みたいな体しやがって。てめえみたいな貧相な体、見ても何も面白くねえんだよ。
Oh, yeah. Seriously? You call her fucking titless? Oh my god, her face! Look at it! Oh my god. Oh, my head. Well, I holds all the blood from my entire body. Imagine myself as white as a sheet below the neck and flash red above.
いいか、よく聞け。ブックオブシャドウズは涅槃の中に戻ってる。
Oh.
てめえが篠崎家で失敗したあの時にな。ほら。
Oh. Oh my god. He had me the
いつの間にこれが何だっていうのよ。
よく見ろ、節穴の女。ここだ、ここ。
that is nice to say to a person. I grabbed the photograph from his hand, as aggressive as I could muster, then back away slightly, putting as much distance between me and him as humanly possible. It was David the same picture of a little girl holding a hatchet that Akiko shown us earlier, but I noticed now she was holding something else in her other hand too. It was a hardbound book, around the size of a typical dictionary, and the thought I could probably make out there was a certain aura to it that looks awfully like face.
これは
力を使いたいならもう一度涅槃。いや、天神小学校と言った方がいいか。すぐにあそこへ飛んでその本を手に入れろ。そうすりゃ。
This has a mixture of humor and horror. Not like that.
お前の願いも叶うだろうよ。
He stuck his hand out and pointed directly at my face, and slowly lowered down to my abdomen. It was now imperfectly pouring my lower body. As soon as I start to get self-conscious, he flipped his hand over it, exposing his palm. And there was another piece of young cheap gum chopped there, but the same kind as before. I'm not sure why I took it, but I did without thinking. As soon as the extension were made, he immediately turned towards the bathroom window, apparently preparing to make his escape.
何者なの？どうして私に？
The question seems to stop him in his tracks.
いろいろ教えてくれるの？
I wasn't about to drop my guard, especially given the observed offense of this boy he had over me. But he didn't seem like he came to attack me or anything rather. It was almost like he was trying to lead me somewhere to show me the way.
今はまだ話せない。
He turned his head towards me enough that I could catch a brief glimpse of his eyes beyond solitude. They were ice blue in color, gentle and sincere. He smiled once more as he leaped out the bathroom window. I was kind of dumbfounded. I had no idea how to process just what just happened.
どうしたの、あゆみ？大丈夫？
Mom barged in the bath. Bashing a broom was probably the first thing she could have found. All I could do was squat on the cold floor, stare at her with hollow eyes. There was no way. Yeah, you can't explain to your mom how a mysterious boy somehow got in the bathroom without you noticing. It was late at night, and I still had a bottle of change of my uniform. I needed food though, so I decided to head up to the convenience store on my way back home. I pick up a bottle of olives, pack of tofu and some materials, some mineral water and other varieties things to keep going for a while. Could hardly believe it. There was actually a cold selection at the damn mini market. Well, the kind of stupid stuff like spirits, talismans, magnets, and anti-demons. I grabbed one of the stuff off the shelf randomly and looked at the company logo on the backside. PL Promise Ornaments Corp Integrate. Oh, for the last 2 months since we got back from the Heavenly Host, it seems there was a real spirit bomb going all over the world. Wherever there would be a strange death or something, the public would be all over it. Downright excitement about the possibility that it might be supernatural and it was over the TV shows, magazine too. I thought that was supernatural TV show. In department research, checking out spiritual hotspots and giving fancy new age advanced people just a boost ratings or sales. And now this exorcism merch next to the packaging cupcakes Ray made.
コンビニでお札が買える時代かよ。ちょっと前までならこんなもの見ても気持ち悪いって笑えたんだろうけど、今じゃそんな風に笑えなくなっちまったな。こんなの本物相手に聞くのかよなんて思うようになるとは。
Times I was examining happened to be one of the spiritual magnets, seemingly like the last one in stock. No lace sign reach around me from behind and yank it right on my head.
どう？
Brought at me for a moment before taking her prize. over the visitor. Just stood there, staring blankly at her as she walked away.
なんだかよ。
ありがとうございました。
The weather bouquet of flowers. Oh yeah, I heard by it was the same girl who recently done in the middle school or around here. Probably left in the middle school or something. Bring myself. Wait, we saw a middle school girl standing here saying, "Oh, we see he's slay all this and that." Is that her? Oh, yeah, look around. Whoops. Oh
菱
wow.
沼くん。
篠崎。何してんだこんな時間に。家に帰ったんじゃねえのかよ。
うん。ごめんね。こんな遅くに。
Why is she back in the school for?
アルバイト？
ああ、今日は遅番だったからな。で、まさかずっと待ってたのか？なんか悪かったな。
うん。平気。
It was actually a really chilly night. Because seeing Shinsuke's breath padding around her chin. Shorts. Fainting burst.
平気じゃねえだろ。震えてんじゃねえか。嫌じゃなければ寄ってけよ。シャくらい出し。
うん。
My room was on the second floor of the apartment building. I have not been expecting guests, but I have just been tidying up for my own sake a little while back. So it was frankly present. Mrs. Gay immediately sat down on my bed and began sipping the tea I made for her. She was holding it in both hands, practically less important and political, and more just to warm him up.
おいしい。
It looked like something just happened to her. Look at her face.
変だろ。妹がいつも送ってくんだよ。いい茶話。
The sounds of a large truck drive by seemed to catch her off guard. She was clearly a bit jippy and on supplies of all
こんな時
things
間
to
ま
her.
で工事してるんだ。
ああ、年末近くになるとこういう意味のない工事増えるな。うるさいわ眩しいわで寝れやしねえよ。
大変。
Time passed us by at a snail's pace. Shinsuke continued to sip her tea, never once removing her entire hand from the warm cup. It definitely has something on my mind. Something has happened. It written all over her face.
親に断ってきてんのか？
ううん。あ、連絡は大丈夫。
そうか。
うん。
Shinsuke was in my room. I dream about this. Alright, come on. Calm down, your boy parts. Calm down. Not gonna happen, dream boy.
あつか。なんだな。いや、どうしたんだよ、こんな遅くに。なんかあったのか？
He wants to bang you.
うん。あのね。
はあ？今から天神賞に行くだ？
I was half acting as enamoring there was Italian expression. Shinsuke may have being a lot of things, but unpractical is not amongst them.
お願い。
で、この石を取りに来たのか。
I took out the ever after stone and stone from Akiko.
いいか、篠崎。確かにこの石はさっき光ってたし、何か力はあるかもしれねえ。だがよ、もう一度あそこに行ったところで、何をどうできるんだ。また出られなくなって、下手したら今度こそ死んじまう。そうなりゃ、ここでのお前の存在まで消えちまうかもしれねえんだぞ。
I try to be as strong as communicate as I possibly could mustered. I need her to realize what a bad idea this was.
私の存在なんていい。それよりみんなを救いたいの。
救う？
黒の本、ブックオブシャドウズのありかが分かったの。
さっき言ってたあの本のことか。
見て。
She had the bot photographer thing from Akiko with her and pointing at the little girl's left arm.
私たち実はもうさっき見えていたのよ。この女の子の左手のところ、それがブックオブシャドウズよ。
I didn't have to try to look very hard to see it, but
本か、確かに持ってるな。それで、これがブックオブシャドウズだっていう確証はあんのかよ。
ないけど、でも多分間違いないと思う。
多分ってお前。
天神賞へはね、この本を取り戻しに行くの。そしたらみんなの魂を涅槃から解き放てる。鈴本さんたちを今度こそ生き返らせることができるわ。
how could I argue with that? There were so many attempts being made, but she was so sure of herself, so certain that this would work. I wasn't about to listen for a reason. Jessica shook her head ferociously, like some sort of violent shiver. It almost seemed like she was trying to shake something loose.
つか、そもそもこんな石で本当に展示所に行けるのか？あの女、丹羽愛子だっけか？どう見てもうさんくさかったぜ。
それは試してみなきゃだけれど、でももしまた天神賞に行けたらみんなの魂がそこにあるんだから、今度こそ反抗の術が成功すると思うの。
篠崎。
She stood, still had a deep scar along her arm, and legs, and neck. Anyone could tell at the glance that she just recovered from a serious accident. Sounding so self-aware, so self-confident. It was hard to take any of that seriously. This was the first time in my life I would find myself tearing up over someone and not being embarrassed that I was crying. Honestly, it surprised even me how deeply I care about Shinazaki and how much I just don't want to lose her. My eyes getting hard and glazed. I'm utterly
こ
helpless.
んなこと誰にも話せないけど、あなたは信じてくれる、岸沼くん。
I was complete loss for words. I found myself foolishly scratching my head, trying to come up with a good answer. This was Shinazaki. He came to me for moral support, for encouragement, for peace of mind. It was really the first time they would really want me. They're really counting on me. I don't know what to do.
もうよ、あのクソ学校であんな目にあって帰ってきたんだ。今さら何があっても驚きゃしねえよ。お前が言うんならきっとそうなんだろう。理解はできないけどな。できないままに俺は決めたことがある。
決めたこと？
ああ、何があってもお前を守るってよ。
She and Scullions I stare in each other's eyes. For a moment, I was trying to figure out the other out.
心配すんな。大丈夫だ。
I tried to force a smile. She didn't scarcely briskly grabbing the ball at this point. Tiny boy collapsed on itself for support, but now all of a sudden she unfirmed herself and gazed at me. I couldn't tell if she was mad or happy or what. Her eyes were tired like daggers or sorcerers. I couldn't really make out which. Maybe she came here to explain me to her actively shut down idea or something. Maybe she thought she would be alone in this. Maybe she figured out what was up to. Maybe she has been explained to herself exactly what I said to her. Maybe for her. Either way, tears began to explode from her eyes so quickly that the red bags were forming under them almost instantly. She then turned her back to me with all one seemingly unconscious sprint from her body.
え？どうした篠崎？
昼間私の頭ポンポンってしたでしょ。
Pom pom disgesto. That was I don't know why it sounds like to me. Pom pom. She seems like she's trying her hardest not to let herself cry, even though it wasn't exactly working.
あ？んなことしたか？
した。あれだけど。
She paused seemingly wait for me to answer, but I had no idea what to say. And absolutely didn't want to say the wrong thing, so I just stood there like a
やっぱり覚えてないなら。
Finally, she turned back to face me, her tears almost dry. Still, a little self-conscious about crying, though she keep her eyes closed, a tad tell from belaying her confidence. I can't. Like 3:30 in the morning.
ああ。お前の持ってる石の片割れ。
Yes, just
うん。
give
はい。
him the stone. She asked guys to remove the ever after stone from her pocket and place squarely in my hand. I point a position next to my stone and stare intensely at the two. This was the turning point. What should I do next to say our fate? I couldn't miss this up. Oh! I mispressed something. Sorry. Oh! Oh, she asked as she rolled through the window and directly witnessed the fate of ever after stone. As soon as the truck drove over them, she collapsed to her knees.
守るんだ。何をしてでも。
She slapped him. I couldn't even finish my sentence before Shinasasuke's palm slammed my face with an incredible force. The last smack of flesh on flesh echoed through the room. The side of my face was infinitely in pain. I began rubbing it with my hand as I looked into Shinasuke's eyes. Her face filled with tears, and her nose was running. She was breathing so heavily, her shoulders were bobbling up and down.
やっぱりあなたはどうしようもない人。
篠崎、聞いてく。
ちょっとでも信じた私がバカだった。
He was absolutely hysterical with rage.
行かせるかよ、あんなところに。
It was my turn to fire back now. I was certain I would done the right
本
thing.
があるったって具体的にどこだ。行って何をするんだよ。何のプランもなしに行ってまた死ぬ思いするだけだろ。
嫌い。何よバカ。アホ。不良。
Leaving me with those hurtful words, Shinasugase then pushed past me and ran out of my room, crying like a child the whole way. Stood back up again, rubbing my cheek where I had been slapped.
アホってお前。
お願い。どこ。無事だったんだ。トラックに踏まれたのに。
当然だろう。ただの石じゃねえんだ。
あなたは。
It's him!
よく手段を手に入
He
れ
has his hair done. Look at his hair, ladies! Look at it!
進め。貪欲に貪るように邁進しろ。お前はもう飛べる。パンピーどもを超越する世の断りに手を突っ込むことのできる人間だ。
教えてよ。
味方なの？
篠崎。
篠間くん。
比べてこいつはクズだ。
は？なんだよお前。
It's the guy I passed in front of Shinasasuke's place.
壊れなかったのかそれ。篠崎、渡すんだ。
いや。
ダメだ、行くんじゃねえ。何度死にそうになれば気が済むんだよ。いや。渡せ。いや。
Oh!
Yeah, 野生犬だ。歩み、味方かと聞いたな。その通り、守るものだ。俺はお前の姉、日の絵の世話になった一番弟子、矢後浦教会のキリアミストだ。
Oh!
お姉ちゃんの。
いい子だ。 会場のワードは覚えているな。さてと、それじゃあ実践といこうか。その石貸してみな。俺にしっかり捕まってろよ。あとほら、お守りだ。なくすなよ。
Oh! Misa to charm the architects.
行くな。
ごめん。もう心配しないで。
篠崎。
お前は正しくパンピーの道を生きてろ。
やめて。涅槃よ。死人を迎えよ。
篠崎。
We're warped!
マジかよ。篠崎。篠崎。くそ。なんでだよ。くそ
ここはこの匂い、この
Welcome back to the Heavenly Host.
天神書だ。あれ
You left your ass, bitch!
幸せの石。ない。どうしよう。あれはミストさんが。そんな、あの石がないと、あの石がないと帰れないわ。ミスト。私そんな、そんなことないよ。きっとどこかで合流できるわ。前だってそうだったもの。
I'm not control. Ah! Go away.
あれ
I was coming to save you.
お前ザクロ。
いらっしゃいませ。
Right now, I'm controlling her. It wasn't this dark last time. Oh god. It wasn't a clock like that in here the last time either. I guess things really are different now. I don't know what his phone number is. Actually, I should leave him. And this is where the candles come in. She done this before. Oh. There's a musty yellow liquid inside the bucket, filling the hall with an ominous Nestorian odor. This is really disgusting. We got batteries for the peat bucket. Oh god, there's something on the floor here. Heavenly Host is falling apart more than ever before. As a result, there are numerous hazards to watch out for. Form from broken glass to splinters. Stepping on one will lower your health. Oh god. During the deposit on the hazard, it may only harm the clinical select characters, or it may harm the entire party. HP can be revived, however, though through use of the bandages. The body! Before the skeleton remains of a human being sprawled out unconsciously on the ground. Oh, this is definitely Heavenly Host. This person. I have no idea who he is, but somehow I feel like I have met him before. You have! The name tag beside the corpse. It's one of the phantoms we met. Yeah, this is chapter 1. We're nowhere near halfway.
Mr. さん
Buzz.
雨の降る放課後でした。
やっぱり人だ
There should be something. I should save before we're back in there. Oh god. It's becoming heavy. I have to be really careful here. Oh god. Oh, it's her!
笹本さん。私だよ。
Oh. You can hide in lockets to avoid a harmful entity. However, if you spot by the entity while trying to hide, pull your eye. When an entity is near, oh. Press the confirm button to exit your hiding place, but beware. If any entity in sight, you'll be really chased by a downturn. I'm going to save. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to say I think that should be it for now. Like, let me. Oh god. Ugh. That's so scary. Oh.